Here we go. Hello!
Hello!
Hi! Hi. Let us know if you can hear us. If you can't, obviously you can't hear us and you won't be able to answer.
You won't be able to tell us. But if you can see us, please tell us that you can't hear us.
Yes.
And that would be fantastic.
So everyone, thank you for tuning in this week to the hashtag KCON live chat. My name is Hoon.
And my name is Vanessa.
And we are your hashtag KCON live chat hosts.
My host.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. Please let us know if you can hear us, and let us know where you are tuning in from. I'm very excited and sad that this is our last hashtag KCON live chat for the year 2014.
What?
But if anything, we're super excited because it's 8 more days till KCON on August 9th and 10th.
Yay!
Yes. So thank you everyone. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Holla! Okay. Let's see. So at Park Hyomin says we can hear you. Yes, that's great. Thank you. We have a lot of updates and information again this week, especially about registration and check-in. So make sure to stay tuned. We have tuning in from Ardmore, Alabama, Molly, Missouri, Virginia, Shin FIB 184P.
T is tuning in from Hoon's closet. It's a very popular location.
You know, I have not seen anyone in my closet, so someone is a liar. Tuning in from Brooklyn at Crazy X Girls. Virginia Beach at Cryptic Cravings.
Anna, Star, was tuning in from Wisconsin, but now is tuning in from California. Is she making the long journey to KCON?
Lost my chain of thought. Wait.
Was it about reading too?
It was about...
Phyllis is tuning in from the Philippines.
Wow! Hello,
wow.
Filipino. So my question is, have everyone got their KCON tickets yet? And if you haven't, why not? Get your tickets now. Still, we have about 8 more days left, so please make sure we still have tickets on sale. Just go on to our website, kconusa.com, and get your tickets now before it's too late. And please let us know where you are flying in from, where you're coming from. We're super curious where all of our KCONers are located. Specifically, your specific location. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
Getting very intense very quickly.
So let's see. So we have Minnesota, Fresno, California at Ali Love 94. Thanks for tuning in. Seems like everyone who's tuning in right now has their tickets already. We have a lot of important updates and information regarding registration and check-in. So please make sure to share the link to this live chat, which is basically above your browser.
I will in fact retweet it.
And also make sure if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, any musings,
this is the final time to ask.
Anything, any ideas, any feedback, make sure to tweet us your questions via Twitter with hashtag KCON live chat, or if you're on our KCON Watch live page, on this side of the browser, there's a Twitter chat room. Make sure to just join the chat room, and basically it'll just automatically tweet out hashtag KCON live chat for you. So we've got someone flying in from Dallas. That's at It's Chandler Dude. I can't come from Canada. I'm CHI 90. Hey, for those of you who are not coming, by the way, just to remind you, for those people who won't be able to attend KCON, we actually have an amazing show from Mnet America called KCON Experience. It's a show really dedicated, everything covering about, before, during, and after coverage of KCON. So if anything, head on over to the Mnet America YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mnet America. For those of you who won't be able to make it to KCON this year, KCON Experience. Make sure to tune into KCON Experience because they will have pretty much the most exclusive coverage of our artists arriving at the airport to artists at KCON doing their DFLA show, all these different things the artists are doing at KCON, and on top of that, to top it off, after KCON, they'll have a huge recap video, just really covering everything that happened at KCON 2014.
Ooh, Jacob is
at
flying
mnetamerica.com. So make sure to check it out on the mnetamerica.com website. So we have a lot of people coming pretty much everywhere from the States. We have Chicago, Nova Scotia,
to Chicago, to LA.
We have Seattle, and who else? Let's see. Road trip in from Utah, so ready for the 10-hour drive. That's pretty amazing. Make sure to Instagram your road trip and share us your trip, and just hashtag KCON 2014.
I have road trip through Utah. It is beautiful.
So one quick question for you guys: what are you most excited about KCON 2014? Tweet us your most. I cannot speak English today. What are you most excited about? Let us know. Tweet us your comments with the hashtag KCON live chat. We are very curious. Again, guys, there's so many things happen at KCON this year. There's so many different kinds of panels, workshops. We've got a new activity tent where Running Fan will be hosting all-day Running Man inspired games at the activity tent.
We have gotten a few supplies for that today,
yes.
And let me tell you, they are very exciting.
Giant Jenga boxes. Totally what do we have? What else do we have? Scooters.
There's giant hammers.
The hammers, not the real hammers, like the pyong 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 hammers. Yes, they're actually called pyong hammers or something. And then
I saw the supply list. It's actually called that.
And then we have, of course, our most popular workshop tent, which is the Dance All Day tent, where you can, learn everything, all the K-pop choreography that you want to learn. Especially, if you look at the program on our program page on our website, kconusa.com, the schedule is out, all the panel descriptions are out, all the special guest information are out there. So
and I'm sharing it with you right now.
It's a lot of information, but make sure to browse through. If anything, because we have so many programs prepared for you, it's good to kind of plan, ahead. It's like, I want to go to this one, that one, and, because all of these things sometimes happen all at once. So make sure to look through our schedule, our panel descriptions, workshop descriptions, so that you can kind of prioritize and create an agenda for KCON 2014.
I see many of our viewers think the same way as Hoon and I. They're very excited about the food.
Yes, the food, the food that will be available, everything from food trucks, food vendors.
To cooking demos.
Yes, all of this will be available at KCON this year. Much more expanded, just more. Yes.
Makeup workshops, Girls' Generation.
Awesome. Let us know if you have read through the program descriptions. What are you most excited about? Share us your thoughts on that with the hashtag KCON live chat. Just remember, guys. Of course, the concert, the amazing concert with all of our amazing artists. On top of that, at the convention, there's going to be a lot of ongoings of our drama stars, our the fan engagement, the artist engagement sessions, all these different things. You might be, who knows,
breathing the same air as Eason.
It's not just our artist engagement sessions, the part where you have to actually get like a pass to get in there, but beyond that, we're going to have different opportunities for you guys to actually meet the artists outside of the artist engagement sessions. For example, Eric Nam will be doing a selfie station at the Vicky booth, so that's pretty exciting. We have the live taping of the DFLA show, Danny from LA show, and in that show will be appearing a
fair amount of very popular.
I don't know yet. It's just going to be a surprise, but let's just say there will be stars there. There will be amazing stars, and remember, this is open to whoever's at the convention. So you don't need a pass for this. It's just you get to the DFLA stage and you see someone show up, and who knows who it will be. So that's pretty exciting. So everyone has an opportunity to meet our stars at KCON one way or another. So that's pretty exciting.
Let's see who else. What else?
So someone's saying fan fiction. Someone is saying something about the fan fiction. A lot of people.
It's been very controversial.
Very polarized. Very polarized. If anything, again, Well, actually, I will be moderating that panel. So please don't hate me. I'm just moderating. I'm not saying anything. I'm just there to moderate.
He's just making sure it goes off without a hitch.
If anything, the fan fiction is a big part of, fandoms. Being a fan of, whether it's K-pop artists or even just any other artists out there. And I think it would be pretty interesting. I think it's a genre in itself. So it's meant to be a friendly environment. Yes. Huh. So no haters, no bad vibes going on there.
And
Hopefully.
If you are a big Hoon fan, it's your chance.
Oh no. Wait. No, what would be hilarious? Okay, if you guys are so offended to write about the artist, make a fan fiction about Hoon then. Whatever. And I will be there to witness my fan fictions stories. Anyways, let's skip the subject. But anyways, a lot of fun. Again, if you look at the programs this year, guys, actually most of the programs that are provided at this year's KCON are actual feedback from you guys from last year's KCON. After KCON 2013, we did this survey asking you guys what kind of panels, workshops you guys want for next year, and pretty much I would say like 90% of all these panels and workshops are actually from you guys.
It was more like I came in on my first day and there's a spreadsheet like this long.
Yes.
And then we kind of like
have to boil it down, of course.
Boil it down into like so many similar kind of feelings and ideas boiled down into one really, really great idea. So it's from you, so thank you for all the ideas. Again,
KCON is for you, it's for the fans, and all these ideas are all your ideas. And we're always listening, and part of the KCON live chat is about that, really wanting to communicate with you guys directly. So let's see. So before we go on to the details, the nitty-gritty details of registration and check-in for KCON 2014, there are a couple of updates, information that I want to let you guys know. So we're counting down the days to KCON, and to celebrate that, we're kind of doing a daily contest giveaway campaign on kconusa.jammer.fm. If you just go to that website, it's our contest website. We're sharing one graphic per day, kind of thematically representing what KCON is about. It's counting down. It's 8 days till KCON now. It's a daily contest. It's 24 hours. It lasts for 24 hours, and it's a race. Basically, share the post, earn points. The fan with the most points will win a prize, and prizes include. So far, we had a pair of KCON tickets. On top of that, in the future daily contest, we will be providing artist autograph CDs and merchandise. So it's a really, really great opportunity. And also, what's most interestingly, some people are like, oh no, like, I don't have enough, like, a power social network. If anything, you can actually help each other, gift each other the sharing points that you've managed to earn to your friends who might not have, gotten their KCON tickets already, or who really want a certain artist merchandise. So if anything, you can kind of help each other and gift each other the sharing points. So if anything, make sure to check it out. It's on kconusa.jammer.fm, where we are doing the daily giveaway contest for KCON tickets and artists' autograph CDs and merchandise.
Excellent.
What else do we have? We have quick tips and survival tips for KCON 2014.
What are our tips?
So as you guys know, KCON is an outdoor convention. And it's LA.
So that means
it's highly unlikely that there will be rain. So that's good. No rain. Yeah. Although that means there will be a lot of sun.
So if you have skin that looks something like paper, you should probably bring lots of sunblock.
Or like a giant hat, or maybe like an umbrella, like a sun umbrella, right?
Like a parasol.
Yes. And a lot of sunscreen, sun cream, sun anything, blocking thing.
Yes.
And we'll, at the venue, we're going to have, big bottles of waters that we'll be selling. So if anything, those will be your kind of, what is it?
Survival kits for KCON.
Yes, exactly.
The sunblock is most important. Or a giant sombrero.
So keep that in mind, and also make sure to, KCON is, if anything, KCON is most enjoyable if you are able to go, anyone with your friend or your family, or if anything, if you're going alone, make sure remember that KCON, like, for the past 2 years, KCON, a lot of people actually met new friends at KCON. So if anything, come to KCON, be prepared to meet new friends, come with your family and friends. Also, you just bring your family if you can.
That's right, because our market is free.
Exactly.
So if your parents are really not into K-pop, and we just want to eat, chill out, experience the wonderful.
And we have a huge outdoor stage there, so they can entertainment at the KCON market. It's free of admission. So just bring them there, put them there, and then you can just go to your panels and workshops.
Come there and put them down.
Yeah, and then you go to the concert, come back out of the concert, and they'll drive you back home. They'll be your chauffeurs waiting for you. If parents are watching this, I am sorry for saying that. If anything, we're super excited. A lot of stuff prepared for you guys at KCON. We're going to do a quick, brief recap of everything that you need to know about KCON 2014. So, concert. It's not a one night of concert, but two nights of M Countdown concert. Each night will feature different artists, the best and hottest lineup from K-pop. The Saturday night concert, let's get this right.
Saturday night concert is our brains are functioning, but they are functioning slower.
So the Saturday night concert lineup is, let's see, program schedule. It's actually on the program schedule.
So
let's see.
DJ Internet, help.
Come on, here we go.
Okay.
So here we
Saturday night, B1A4, G-Dragon, IU, Teen Top, and VIX.
Awesome. And then the next day, on Sunday night, we have BTS, CN Blue, Girls' Generation, Jung Junyoung, and Spica. And on top of that, each of these shows will have a pre-show, and we'll be featuring some amazing stars also, which will be revealed very soon to you guys. But just, we want to keep it a surprise. So there's a lot happening on the stage. Oh, and I think, we haven't been able to emphasize this as much. The stage is very different from last year.
So
it's not a, what do you call that? Like,
it's not a stage with a fourth wall.
Exactly.
It doesn't have a wall.
It's a 360-degree circular stage.
So that means everyone from every angle can
see. And also people are like saying, oh, what if we only see the back of our K-pop art? No, everything is being rehearsed and blocked out so that they are catering to all the audience.
360 G-Dragon. Pretty great.
And if anything, wherever you're sitting, it's kind of, it's a no-brainer. You'll feel even more closer than compared to last year's stage. So that's pretty amazing. And now moving on to, so there's concert, and there's convention, where all of your amazing, panelists, workshop instructors are there to make you guys have the most enjoyable experience, and also the most learning experience about anything about
at workshops.
Yes. So
or even just sitting and discussing in a panel, having fun, talking about things you're talking about.
So we have about over 120 special guests. Coming to KCON this year.
Hello, all people that I email every day. I can't wait to put pictures to the email.
And all these amazing special guests are super excited to see you at KCON. They're bloggers, they're vloggers, they're YouTubers, they're photographers, they are dancers, journalists. They are everything that you can imagine from the Hallyu sphere. Yes.
What panel are you most excited to see besides the fanfiction one?
What am I most excited to see? I am most excited to... so there's the meet and greet for Creator Group. So that is a panel actually from, a multi-channel network from Korea. They're bringing pretty much all the major YouTube stars from Korea. And one of them being, they were invited to the Hangout last year. I think they are hilarious. They're basically the jackass of Korea. Called Cuckoo Crew. I think they would be amazing.
So if you watched our live chat last week, things got real. People got woken up in very unfortunate fashion. It was amazing. There were leopard print sheets.
So I am very, I am very excited about that panel. What else? We're looking to the schedule right now.
Our schedule is so teeny.
Let's see. We have a lot of drama panels.
That's my favorite. Actually. I'm looking forward to drama panels. Actually. all these panels I've seen in their infancy, so I'm looking forward to all of them. But I'm really excited for the Women in K-Drama panel.
Ah, who's in the Women in K-Drama panel?
So there's so many of our favorite bloggers and like the Women in K-Drama.
What else? Actually, I'm excited for the cooking workshops. Last year, you know, we had 2 cooking workshops, which were hosted by BBGO. But on top of that, now we have a BBGO cooking workshop. We also have other cooking workshops on top of that. And you know, if anything, we're gonna do, you know, there's gonna be Pajon. What else is
going to be? Many types of John.
So you know, if anything, it's you'll get to taste these things, and amazing cooking bloggers will be there.
So Crazy Korean Cooking will be there, and KCON Roll, who has their own cooking blog called Korean Bapsang. So you should definitely check those out.
Straight up Korean mom cooking Korean food for you guys. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting.
What else are we excited about?
Let's see.
We have to look through our schedule and see our favorite things.
Oh, that's a Sunday.
We were on Sunday. So many things we're excited about.
Well, you know, there won't be actual alcohol here, but they will show you the ways of Korean drinking games. Which is, I
have actually competitively played in a Korean spa, and it gets very real and very hot.
It's quite the diverse.
Exactly.
There's a lot of types and varieties of drinking games. I'm sure it's probably tops, like, you know, has the most drinking games, Korean drinking games, and they're pretty exciting. But there won't be there will be no alcohol. There is no alcohol in KCON, but you'll get to learn how to play these games, and you know, once you become of age,
after that, you may do as you wish.
Yes. What else do we have? We have a lot of beauty and makeup workshops.
So many. So featuring, of course, Beautify Me and Coffee at My House, who will be doing something awesome, and as well as a local salon, Atelier. They will also be doing their own hair and makeup workshops. And using artists who are actually like using their style, the ones who are at the convention. So currently, they're going to do some Girls' Generation looks and some B1A4 looks on men and women. So your boyfriend or your friend wants to come, bring him.
Yes, and you know, make your boyfriend into a K-pop star, idol. Yes.
And then take him out. It'll be amazing.
We have cosplay workshops. We also have a cosplay contest called the K-pop Masquerade. A lot of these different things. And, you know, we have an LGBT panel, K-pop's LGBT fandom. We love it. So a lot of, basically, the party promoters of Game Boy here based locally in LA
and also
San Francisco. And on top of that, YouTube stars Miles J. and Nicola Foti,
who is soundly awake on YouTube as
well. They will be hosting the K-pop's LGBT fandom panel. So that should be very interesting.
Super pumped.
And we have reaction video workshops, panels.
Also panels, so if you want to meet your favorite reaction video stars who actually appeared on a hangout with us about 2 or 3 months ago, ask them all your questions.
And we have a lot of questions about, where's Lee Seung-gi going to be? Where's Kim Jae-kyung, Yoo In-na, all these people going to be? So I actually honestly don't know the exact details, but what I can tell you is in the market, there is CJ Town. This area is going to be a lot of the CJ brands booths are going to be there. And in these booths, these stars, these drama stars, will appear at one time or another. Appear out of nowhere. Boom. And
behind a flash of smoke.
But they will be in that area. I'm sure we'll kind of be notifying, tweeting out the, you know, their presence at the CJ Town through our Twitter, through our Facebook, etc. So make sure to stay connected with us throughout KCON, through our social media channels, especially Twitter and Instagram. Our username account information, not the password, the account information name is KCON USA. So it's at KCON USA.
I was not going to tell the password.
And, you know, we have a lot of amazing special musical performances ongoing at the outdoor stage. And for those people who are not attending the concert, you know, remember the market, it's a free of admission place.
And you can see these outdoor stage performers.
Exactly, and it's going to run from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So especially during the concert time, the outdoor stage will become a movie night. So you can sit down and just have some food, watch amazing movies.
What movie is?
The first night on Saturday, we will have EXO. You know what I mean, guys. And then the next day we have Sunny for Sunday night KCON movie night. So we have a lot of amazing movies. You can chill out and just relax to amazing movies,
while
Korean
eating
movies.
some pretty tasty food.
Yes. Now, are we missing something here? Oh, yes, we are. One more thing. We have another super special event, which is the League of Legends.
Yes.
This is, rejoice to all the amazing fans of games, especially League of Legends. We have special exciting news that we just received from the the LOL organizers, LOL headquarters from Korea. Basically, just to remind you guys, it's a added ticket fee. It's a ticketed event. You can buy your tickets at powerhouselive.net, and with this admission, you will get a chance to do a meet and match with your favorite LOL gamers straight from Korea. The team is CJ Enters Frost, but the news is we're actually bringing on a local famous renowned team, Cloud9, from League of Legends, and they are very popular gamers here in the States. So Cloud9 will be at the LOL event at KCON, and they will probably be doing a friendly match with the CJ Enters Frost team. So that's exciting news. Make sure to get your tickets at powerhouselive.net. Whew! I think that's it, right?
Time for a nap.
There's a lot of things.
That's a lot.
I don't know what's going to happen next year. If,
I'm out of coffee on those people.
KCON's getting bigger and bigger, and it's just like, will we be able to recap everything all at once? What if we become, so many recaps. I think we're going to become Comic-Con status. Yes. One day. Anyways, so a lot of stuff happening. Go to the website. All this information is there. Even more information, kconusa.com. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, or you got your tickets and you want your friend to go, make sure, just say, this is going to be a fun experience. It's really catered to, the super Hallyu fans, to the I'm curious about Hallyu, to the I just want to have Korean food fans.
I just want to eat food fans.
Yeah, or I just want to find, I don't have, stuff to do on the weekend. Let's go over to KCON.
It's very near public transportation.
Yes.
You can just literally jump on the train.
There you go.
Jump
there you
right
go.
off.
Yes.
So simple.
So please, we are very excited for KCON 2014. 8 more days to go. Lots of stuff happening. We have a lot of people coming in from Korea because KCON is not just organized here, the team here, but on top of that we have a team in Korea, and back and forth communication. We're collaborating, cooperating together to make this event happen. So many people are involved to make you have an unforgettable experience at KCON 2014. So we're always trying our best. We're always listening. So thank you so much, really, for just your passion for K-pop, K-drama, everything of the universe.
And thanks for tuning in every week.
Yes.
Listen to us talk about KCON and our special guests, share their experience with you.
So before we cry, let's actually get through the most important information, which is everyone has been asking about registration check-in. What you guys said, we have. So all this information right now is updated on our blog, blog.kconusa.com. But we will be going over it very quickly, just briefly, and we're going to do a really kind of quick round fire questions. Any lingering questions that you might have. So check-in. Let's see where we should start from. All right, so the convention, the KCON convention, opens to the public at 10 a.m. and most of all the programs, pretty much all the programs,
11 or
begin at 11 a.m. Yes. And the KCON market, it's again free to the public. And that opens at 10 a.m. So check in for the convention at 10 a.m. And programs begin at 11 a.m. Also, KCON market opens at 10 a.m. Although So the convention opens at 10 a.m.
But you can be there as early as 8 to start checking in.
Start checking in, lining up to check in, so that once you're checked in, you can get into the convention right away and start enjoying everything that KCON offers.
And the parking lot's open at 6 a.m. But that does not mean that you can overnight camp there. Don't do that.
We do not. Also, it's really for safety reasons. The venue at night becomes a different kind of place. So if anything, we definitely we're prohibiting
overnight.
Overnight, yes, exactly. Camping allowed at they're not allowed on the event grounds. So again, the parking lot area opens at 6 a.m. for public access, but not all the parking lots at the LA Sports Arena will be open, just because of the fact that the KCON convention and the market has expanded, not just it's just expanded beyond of the size compared to last year. So make sure to just go on our blog because we do specifically say which parking lots are closed and open.
Parking lots 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
KCON is on its march towards Comic-Con status.
Yes.
So it goes into
and most interestingly, for this year's check-in process, this is especially for P1 and P2 standing ticket holders. So basically, VIP GA ticket holders and GA floor ticket holders. These are P1, P2 ticket holders. These ticket holders, as you check in, you will be getting a queue wristband, which will let you know which
number in line you are.
Yes, exactly. The reason we're actually doing this is so that if you already know which queuing number you have and which line you'll be standing at, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I have to start lining up at 12 p.m. and you wait for 6 hours.
We want you to go to the panels and the workshops. So.
Exactly. So when you check into the KCON convention, this applies for the P1 and P2 standing ticket holders. When you're checking into the convention, you'll also be receiving your concert queue wristband, and one for each night of your eligible ticket. This is a lot of information. That's why I'm actually reading off of it. And then your queue wristband, it's okay. So the queue wristband is on a first come first serve basis.
So if you got there at 8 a.m., it's a first come first serve.
Exactly.
So you get earlier number.
And the P1, P2 standing combo ticket holders. So other than the single ticket holders, the combo ticket holders will each receive 2 wristbands at check-in, which will be valid for queuing on each of the concert night. So again, a lot of the more detailed information about this is on our blog, and on top of that, we have a rules and waiver page, which is also linked out into the blog. Make sure to click on that for really the full detail, full overview of all this information. Another important information that we want to notify, and we'll keep reminding you actually, we would love for you guys to register for on-site push notifications, basically SMS messages. A lot of things happen at KCON, a lot of changes, a lot of updates that we want to keep you informed during KCON, and this is especially the reason why we want to do this year. Sign up to receive SMS notifications from us in case there are sudden changes to the schedule, or for some reason an artist is appearing somewhere and we want to let you know. All this information we want to be pushing through SMS because we definitely think that's the best way for you to just receive messages.
And I just tweeted out the link to where you can register for that. So just click on that and then register for that so that you can know in real time everything that's happening or changing.
Yes. And the messages that we send out from the SMS are actually going to be really, really important messages.
Not like, hey guys,
hey,
good morning.
Holla. Yeah, no.
Not like that. Hey, panel tent 1 is moved here.
Yes,
everyone is moved over there.
So
important.
that kind of stuff, we want to keep you updated. So make sure to sign up to receive those SMS notifications. But of course, on top of that, please make sure to follow us on Twitter, especially during KCON, Twitter and Instagram.
I shall be behind the keys of the keyboard.
Because those, we'll be kind of giving you coverage, information, notes, and we're gonna keep it cash over there.
Keep it cash?
Yes.
We're not gonna butter out, okay? That's not gonna happen.
I don't know what that means. It came out of my mouth last week. I still don't know what that means. But although I think I can picture it. Anyways, So please register for on-site messaging, and Vanessa has just shared you the link to that registration form. And on top of that, parking and transportation, again, there's public transportation to KCON. If anything, we would recommend public transportation because because of the fact the sheer number of people coming to KCON will cause traffic chaos. So, in order to prevent that, take public transportation or actually Uber. Uber is the way to go. Uber or Lyft, I guess, Lyft, Lyft, Uber or Lyft. Or, park maybe like somewhere in downtown LA, and then kind of take the public transportation like the metro to the KCON venue, Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. Okay. And on top of that, of course, parking will be available, but prices will vary. The price is not set by us. It's actually set by the venue. Usually, it'll range from $20 to $25. Might be more or less than that, but around that range. So make sure to carpool, make sure to bring cash. They only accept cash. Do not bring your credit card to pay for your parking. Bring cash. If anything, also at KCON, most of the transactions will be cash-based. We will have ATMs around for you to buy stuff.
Cash is easier. Just
yes, so bring cash. Again, so for full information, we have all the information on our rules and waiver page, which is, if you just go to kconusa.com, hover over to our About button, and then the rules and waiver button will appear. We'll share all of this information, keep you updated, and let your friends know that all this information is available on our website. With that said, we have a lot of questions I'm sure you guys have. So we will be doing a round fire of Q&As, everything from what we've been talking about, registration check-in, additional information that you want to find out about KCON, anything that you want to know. But some of these questions we're like, I don't know how to answer it.
Super KCON advanced level A++.
Yeah, so we have brought the Super A++.
KCON.
One of the KCON project managers, aka my boss, our boss.
Our boss.
And her name is Angela, and she will be joining us right now to answer your questions. Let's scooch over so that she can answer questions. Okay, so tweet us your questions at #KCONLiveChat, and we will all try our best to answer your questions. Mostly Angela will be answering questions.
So you're going to keep track of the questions?
Yes.
Okay, because I know that these things start flying by.
All right.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
We're opposite way.
Yes, there you go.
We're okay. Okay, so we were getting tons of messages.
Oh, the Twitters.
Oh, it's sitting on the other side. So just before we start answering your questions, just to reiterate certain things. About the parking, we went to the venue and we found out that there's 3 maybe other events happening on Saturday at the Coliseum. That's a lot of events.
Oh,
meaning parking is going to be very crazy. And we've taken over most of our parking lot, so parking is far away. So it might almost be the same amount of walking time from public transportation as it is from your expensive parking spot. So just to recommend. And the only reason that I was saying Uber is if you're concerned, public transportation is great during the day, but if you're concerned about evening, then that could be an option. Come by metro or something, and then when you leave, just call a cab so that you stay safe. We want you to be safe. And I think that was it. And speaking of the register for on-site messages, so earlier we had said when we did the tickets that we wanted everybody to do registration, right, for check-in. We went through a lot of different systems and looking at that, and in terms of also with the venue what was feasible. Basically, you don't have to register to check in to KCON. Your ticket itself, and this is listed in the rules and waivers, the ticket itself, you come in to check into the convention, and we're going to scan your ticket for the convention, and that gets you in. But so this registration that we're talking about is for the on-site messaging, because we were originally trying to do it so that you'd register for the convention, and then after you came in, we'd be able to blast out emails or messages on site. Emails are a little tricky because Wi-Fi can be a little kind of iffy on site, and then we thought, okay, SMS works for us. It will be the most direct way to get messages out to you. data rates apply. So as we said, we're not going to spam you. We'll only send out important messages. And I think, so the on-site registration, if you're still wondering about that, you don't need to register to get into the convention. You just need to make sure you have your ticket. And we're scanning all the tickets. Last year, I think it was like a visual, and we kind of marked it up. This time it's by scanners. So the language that we've said, and we've said this all along, please, make sure if you bought your ticket off of someplace else or whatnot, that it's reputable. Once, if, some color copies are great these days. Once that barcode has been scanned, nobody else can get in with it. And then you hold on to your ticket, because for your concert, you need that ticket. I had this really unfortunate situation last year where somebody said, but I showed you my ticket at the convention, and so I threw it away, or it's like, oh no, that's just bad. Concert and convention are different entries. We need your ticket to get you. Your ticket is what's getting you into the convention. After that, after 4 p.m., there is no more convention entry, and that's partly because they reset the system so that they can start doing concert entries. So that's all I know. No, let's start talking about some of your questions.
So some basic questions. Once you check in and receive your wristband, can you go in and out of the convention throughout the day? Asked Kat.
Yes.
All right. There we go. Oh, this is a cool system.
This is a cool system.
In the artist engagement section of rules and waiver, it says that only eligible P1 ticket holders may participate in the fan sign event. However, it was listed as an opportunity for P2 ticket holders. Is that no longer an opportunity for P2?
So I think we had said that the signing is available for P1, and then high touch is starting to be available for P2. And it's literally because P1 is guaranteed opportunities. Well, not guaranteed. I mean, part of the ticket is that you either get a signing or a high touch, and then after that you start to have availability for high touch.
Oh, great question. So this doesn't show up on our programming schedules, but the question is, what time is the red carpet?
I myself get confused about this, so I'm gonna. This is right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It starts at 4:30. So we have 2 separate red carpets, and everybody who's appearing in that evening's show is going to be on the red carpet, including we know of at least an act who's not doing fan engagement, but they'll be on the red carpet. And so from 4:30 to 5 o'clock, it's pretty short. Part of the reason that we're doing the Q wristbands was that people got the pass to the red carpet and really wanted to see everybody up close, but then they had this, mortal dilemma. Should I go wait in line to get into the concert and, get my better place in line, or can I go to the red carpet? And so hopefully with your Q wristband, you can enjoy the red carpet and then pop on over to start lining up for the concert.
This is a great question. Do you need to bring both of your tickets on Saturday if you bought the combo so that both tickets are checked in, or do you just need one a day? How exactly will that work for the combo for both days?
That's a good question. So, I would recommend that you bring both, especially if you are a P1 or a P2 ticket holder, because what you're going to do is you're going to be getting the wristbands for both days. So the earlier you get, you get the wristband, then the higher your queue number will be, since that's a first come first serve situation. If you're not P1 or P2, I'm not sure that it matters as much. But what does happen is that, for each, I think combo tickets we said were double everything, so you would get 2 bags or 2 things, whatnot.
All right. Okay, so I have a P1 ticket for Sunday, but not for Saturday. Does that mean I will have to go early on Saturday to get the Q number wristbands?
Yes. That's the unfortunate. We went back and forth quite a lot about what's fair and what's, what makes the system easier. And I think hopefully a lot of, there's so many people who bought combo tickets that I think a lot of people were waiting anyways. And so that we decided, for the majority, it worked out. And I apologize to somebody like, was that Keen? who, if you are not planning to come on Saturday, or have a friend check in. Well, no, it's the wristband, but
exactly. Don't do that.
You can
how good of a friend are they? Do you trust them? Because the thing is, if the wristband is tampered with or whatever, then it's invalid as well. So.
So, will there be a chance to give the idol gifts if you have any, like during high touch, artist engagement, or fan sign events?
We cannot have gifts. I mean, it's a issue of how many people need to get on a plane and how much cargo space there is, and so just in general, the artist management companies all really appreciate the efforts, but they will not be able to do gift. What we do have on site is we have a girls' education, a charitable donation thing where you can donate either money, but actually, writing books or journals, pens, supplies, that sort of thing. The donations are going to a local LA charity called Write Girl, which is a great program that assigns mentors to teenagers who want to be better creative writers. And so they've got an amazing program, and we're joining up with them. And all of the stars have signed up, and so kind of the way that a lot of times star fan clubs do these, drives, and in the name of their stars can do this. You can donate to Write Girl in the name of your favorite star that's appearing at KCON. So that can be your gift, and then they will know what's happening.
And many local girls will be really happy for your donation.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing program, and the woman who founded it is like a CNN hero, and they just got named one of the really great youth programs. It was like honored by Michelle Obama last year, and the executive director is super, super down to earth, and they're just super psyched to be at KCON. And a lot of the girls that are in their program are fans. Anyway, so it's a win-win.
Will the artist engagements happen on the day those artists perform? For instance, G-Dragon won't do a signing on Sunday?
As I've seen the schedule, and we always say the schedule is subject to change. Right now, the schedule is that the artist who's performing that day is having their fan engagement during that day.
Yes.
Yes.
Another question is the P1 standing area separated from the P2 standing area during the concert? Also, how many P1 tickets are there per day?
The P1 standing area is kind of like an inner circle donut, and then the P2 is just right outside of that.
Yeah.
I know that they set up some sort of barrier. It's probably like bicycle rack, but I don't actually know exactly what the barrier looks like, and I'm not really able to say about our numbers.
Let's see. What else do we have?
I see a question about whether we're passing out all the vouchers on Saturday. Vouchers, by that, I'm guessing that you're talking about audience engagement passes. No, we're not passing them all out. I mean, it really depends on how many people are checking in. So, we have an equivalent number of audience engagement passes to the equivalent number of tickets that we have or have sold. And so as people come in, they will get those. And so actually that reminds me of the other question. The person who has the 2 tickets, do I need to bring both on Saturday? If you bring both, then you'll get all of your, your fan engagement opportunity tickets and be able to see what you've got.
Yeah. And here's the thing, actually, this was also my question and got answered. For the passes that you receive for the artist engagement sessions, basically, I guess the earlier that you check in, you'll be able to get all the. There's a chance, because we want to let you guys know and transparent about it. There's a chance, you might check in on Saturday. And let's say you check in at like 4 p.m. That artist engagement session that you might have won might
have already passed.
Might already occurred.
Passed.
Yes. Possibly, right?
But I mean, we try not to let that happen.
So check in early.
But also, you can't camp out early, guys. That's
well, okay. So now you start understanding why we have all that camping language. It's not that we think that everyone's fanatic about it. We know that we've built in some things that makes it really, really important to be there early, and we, for people who expect to have to get out of their house at 4 o'clock in the morning, we really apologize. But we just thought that this was the most fair, and to also let people know that this, how it was working was the most fair, instead of just suddenly when you got to the venue on Saturday and realized that this was happening, and some of your friends didn't make it or whatever, then they'd be super upset. So we're letting you know, and then yes, there are definite advantages to standing in line early and getting to the venue early. That said, all the gates are locked, the parking lot is closed, nothing is open until 6 a.m. And there is no camping allowed, and that's for everyone's safety. So it's a dilemma about how you're going to do it. And we understand that last year we're getting incrementally better, but I understand that last year the check-in took a really long time, and so that's why we're scanning. We're trying to get people through as quickly as possible, and everything opens at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
So we've been saying, like if you have a combo ticket, make sure to just check both those tickets in. But someone's asking, oh, what if I split up my ticket? Basically they bought a combo ticket, but they shared it with a friend or something. If that's the case, basically just think of it as a single ticket.
Anybody, if you've gotten your combo ticket, you realize it doesn't really say combo ticket. It's just the two separate concert tickets. So if you split it, you and your friend can check in whenever.
People are asking, are there going to be food vouchers like last year?
No.
Nope. No food vouchers.
That was something, it worked for us. It didn't really seem to work for you guys. For us, because it was crazy dealing with that number of vendors and trying to organize everything and get everybody into the venue. This time it's really just an open marketplace. The KCON market has, I don't know how many, 40 food vendors, I think.
Yes, actually over 60 from what I know.
Food? Just food. Wow. Okay, so there's 60 different food vendors between the trucks and the stalls from some of K-Town's most famous restaurants. They are all operating their own booth. And so you go, and this is I think where we talked about cash. So some people use Square, some people just take cash. We don't know how they're handling it because we have nothing to do with the way that the marketplace, the sales are working.
It's like going to a farmer's market. Sometimes they have Square, sometimes they don't, but cash is best.
And some people are asking, actually, this is very basic questions, but how do we or when do we get our passes, artist engagement passes? Basically, as you check in, you will be receiving your artist engagement pass, which depending on your ticket opportunities and benefits, once you see that pass, you'll find out whether you have won a artist high touch, artist signing, depending on the type of ticket that you bought. What else do we have?
So, and also, I think so. A lot of this is in the rules section for how to enter the concert, how to enter the convention, check-in, what's happening there. But there's different sections for P1 and P2, and then general. Also, I understand that we've been using the language P1 and P2 for quite a long time. It's not what it actually says on your ticket, and so we've started to try to match it up a little bit more. P1 on your ticket says VIP GA, right? So GA being that floor, which is just general admission because there's no seating, and that's really why we're only giving Q wristbands to that area, because that's the only area where people are very concerned about when they can go in because there's not an assigned seat. Everybody else is pretty casual. I know where I'm sitting, I know where I'm going. I'm not worried about this. So P1 is VIP GA. P2, actually, in terms of tickets, there's two separate types of tickets, right? So if you got P2 standing, that ticket is called the GA floor. And then if you're P2 but you're in the seated area, those tickets are called middle level loge. Now, there's P2 and P3 are both middle level loge on your ticket, but from what you paid, and we will know from when we scan what level that is applicable to. So please do. If you're confused, you're probably not confused. Nobody on this board is generally confused. You're know more about KCON than we do. Go to our our website and just to remember what P1 and P2 are, and so that you stand in line for that ticket. And then if you're another ticket holder, it should go fairly fast. The reason that we have separate lines is that the check-in process is a little bit more complicated for P1 and P2 because there's just more things to give and to handle. Everybody else should be faster this year as well.
So let's see.
Question.
Are we allowed to take pictures with our idols during fan engagement? So we actually on our rules and waivers page have a couple of listing of rules regarding engagement with your artists.
Well, the big thing is no hugs.
No hugs. This is really for. If anything, I would say this is for all of our international fans' sake. We don't want to scare away our K-pop artists. We want them to come every year, whether it's KCON, touring, the U.S., touring North America, etc. We want.
I mean, it's one artist who, I happen to find out that is not doing any high touch is someone who had a bad experience, and so it really directly affects other events. And we want KCON to be a great. Her experience was.
Him or her.
The experience was not at KCON. It was in a totally another country. Yeah. But there is our artists themselves. KCON is a very new experience. There is really no other place like this. So let's be respectful and do that. In terms of the photo, I think that's just hard because we have very limited time availability, and so generally no.
And camera policy, it seems to always come up during the questions. No DSLRs, no interchangeable lens cameras at the concert whatsoever, strictly prohibited, which means, here's basically what I would suggest. If you're not going to have a car or some place to store these cameras, I would suggest not bringing them in the first place. Yeah. Otherwise, you will not be able to enter the concert just because you have a DSLR camera with you.
It's not even just our policy. It's the venue's policy.
Exactly.
Is listed, no weapons, no whatever, but no cameras with these big lenses.
But remember, guys, you have your phones. I really don't see any difference between phones and DSLRs. I'm just, I'm supporting you guys. I'm with you guys here. So what I'm trying to say is, bring your phones. They're pretty amazing cameras.
And they're very light in your hand.
Yes.
No heavy DSLR.
And if you're worried about losing out to batteries, just bring extended battery cords so you can charge them. There's no Wi-Fi, unfortunately, at KCON, and no rechargeable stations. So make sure to bring extra batteries for your phone. Extra juice, especially if you have an iPhone. I love iPhones, but
battery died a while ago.
So bring more batteries so that you can take pictures and tweet. Also you can receive SMS messages from us, important information from us.
When you bang your phone like that, I'm thinking, oh,
Ian has a magical iPhone. It never has had a cover. He's dropped it 80 times. It's never broken.
Now, if you have bring a car and there's a parking lot nearby, I guess bring the DSLR, but you have to store it in your car and then go back to lining.
But it still
cannot be safe.
Exactly. So our suggestion: don't bring those cameras. Bring your camera here, your handy camera. Exactly.
So people are asking about how the Q wristbands work. So what happens is you get your Q wristband, and our team has done this in Japan. Is that people then start self-regulating, because you don't want to be standing. You have number, 120, and you certainly do not want to be standing next, behind somebody who has number 300 or something like that. So you're going to make sure. So it is. We'll have security there to kind of keep things organized, but it is a bit of a self-regulating system where you kind of go and like, okay, where am I? I'm here, and then everybody just kind of sorts itself out. And we've seen it work, and it works well. Maybe it works a little bit better in Japan because they're used to doing this. They do a lot of concerts in this way. Did you know that in Japan, we did an M Countdown in Japan. They did it at the Tokyo Dome, which is huge. They don't have any assigned seating. There's no assigned seating for this whole thing. So whichever ticket you bought, it's one flat rate. You could have sat up in the top, you could have sat whatever, and it was all by random cube numbers that you got. And they were, and part of the system was suggested to do that, and I was like, no.
Because, only in Japan.
Well, because that gives no sense of personal agency. Like, if I wanted to affect the outcome and make sure that, and I wanted to make sure that either effort or, money or something like that would get me a better spot, I think that's the American way. Am I wrong? So that's why we have the first come, first serve. One of the questions that I see, which I think I talked about before, but in case you guys missed it, KCON mentioned a registration link for weeks. Yes, we did. We have updated the registration link to be the SMS registration so that we can have the information and communicate with you. Our main interest in doing the registration was so that we'd have a way to communicate with you on site, and we've saw between what the venue requested, the scanning situation with creating new barcodes for new registrations versus your existing barcode. It was very confusing. That's why we're scanning your concert ticket to get you into the convention, and then separately scanning that concert ticket again to get you into the concert. And that effectively is your check-in registration. Don't worry about that. Register separately online and give us your contact information for the information in the messaging service. Are people seeing these questions?
Yeah.
Like when you...
It's through Google Hangout.
Oh, yes. There you go. It's a new feature. Google has changed. Okay. Like, answer the question. Like waving your hand. Okay, question. Okay, if I check in both of my tickets on Saturday, do I have a chance to get a Sunday artist engagement pass? Yes. No, I mean, it really, we are encouraging, because of the queuing numbers and whatnot, we know that. And I know that there was, at the beginning of check-in last year, the things were not sufficiently mixed through, and so people who were checking in the earliest all ended up with like the first session. And part of that is our fault for not having tracked it enough, but the other part is we really, once we start mixing these in, we do not know what the tickets are valuable for. Like, it's not we're holding them and we know who's going to get, you know, a bad one and a good one. So yeah, there are a few glitches in the system, but this time we have way more people working on that.
At Tudo Princess says, when are convention tickets available?
So convention tickets are going to be available on site and on site only.
Convention only tickets, yes.
Convention only tickets are available to purchase on site only, and that's because there's a potential capacity issue. And so we don't want to sell a bunch of them and then not have people be able to get into the venue.
Someone's asking, is there a convention day map? Yes, we actually just pretty much finalized our program book, which is, you know, ready to go out to press and printing and everything. So we will be sharing with you guys very soon our finalized convention day map, so you know where every other tent, every booth, all these different things that are that you need to navigate through during KCON. So we'll be sharing that on our website. Just check out the attend page on our website soon.
Okay. Wow, look at the time. It's already 6. It's past our hour mark.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting a little long.
Maybe one or two questions?
Yeah, one or two more questions. You know, there's additional questions. I think we'll probably do what we do with like FAQ stuff that's like general questions that we all get that are the same. We'll take those and we'll put answers up on our website and guide you to it.
Let's see. Can we take our own merchandise for the artists to sign for fan meets?
Yes, it says in our policy there is no merchandise restriction. You know, it's a little confusing because first KCON, it was based completely on chance, and all you needed was a regular merchandise item. This time, you know, if you get the signing opportunity, you know, and you have your special book that you made, we want you to be able to get that signed. That said, we have very little merchandise that we're selling, but I saw what we're selling. It's really nice.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, it's these giant posters, like huge, right?
They're huge, and I think they're very, very affordable.
Wow.
It's the giant size where you buy on like in museums, and
you know,
they
sell
really nice
like
quality. For $40-50, but
these are
at
15.
KCON, it's really affordable.
Right. And then the T-shirts have the logos, and they're gorgeous.
The next question, of course, a lot of our fans probably are very curious about. When will we know? What time are the artist engagements, such as fan signings, which artists are doing it, etc., etc.?
We will post that information as soon as it is safe to do so, and that means even after we post it, we understand that there may be further changes, but we just want to not, make people crazy. But the general thing I think we said was people who are appearing in the Saturday concert are doing the fan engagements on Saturday. So, you know, and then the fan engagements all happen between, what's the earliest one starts? Like 11?
11? No, actually, like from 12 p.m. ish.
They're between 12 and 4,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So all the fan engagements happen between 12 and 4, and they will be for the, you know, the artist who's appearing that day, as well as one of our special guests.
Yeah.
So it's those are the general outlines, and we'll try to post it as soon as possible.
Yes. And you know, the reason behind all of this, also, again, there might be changes in the schedule once we even publish the schedule. So all these information, please sign up for our SMS notification. And on top of that, the reason this happens, all these changes all the time, is you have to know, guys, the artists are arriving like the day of, the day before, or like literally just like there for hours and then fly back to Korea kind of situation.
No, but it's not even that. Like if you've seen the schedule, they arrive, they have a rehearsal, they have makeup,
they're very busy.
They have a press interview, they have to be maybe on Danny from LA, then they have to be in the meet and greet, and then they're doing the red carpet, and then there's another run through. So it's this giant puzzle that you know they have to figure out, and the artists have very, very tight schedules.
Yes. So if anything, to give you kind of context of, you know, these constant sometimes changes to the schedule of the fan engagement, that's pretty much the reason. And you know, we, as much as we want to guarantee all these things are happening by the schedule that we provide you with, we just can't promise you 100%. And that's why we launched this whole SMS notification system this year, so that if these changes occur, we can directly, you know, just text you guys, and you receive it and you know it, you know, the changes, all the updates, so that you're not surprised.
And we'll hear a collective like scream, like yay, or a collective groan.
Yes.
Or maybe it's
But again, you know, we're trying our best to make all of these events happen for you guys. I guess
that's it. Anything that we missed?
Anything that we missed?
And if you guys have any additional questions, tweet us your questions with the hashtag KCON2014. Email your long questions if you do.
Questions at KCON.
And on top of that, we will make sure to update our FAQ page for the most commonly asked questions. I think that's pretty much it. So again, this is our last live chat. So please do say hi when you see us at KCON. Although do remember, we might just be running around trying to, you know, make sure everything's running. So if for some reason, if I'm just running and we're not, you know, waving hi back, please don't take that as
Please don't be offended.
Yes.
So have you seen Hoon's glasses? He can barely see.
Yeah.
I was looking through them and I got like motion sickness. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So don't take it personally.
Yes. So again, thank you so much, everyone. You know, who've been tuning into the live chat. It's our 17th live chat. 17.
So thank you guys.
Yes.
You guys have really, and thank you Vanessa for just kind of stepping in and doing everything. This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
And thank you as always. Yeah. So this is great. I'm so honored to be part of the last.
So we will see you next year for the next KCON live chat. But if anything, see you soon at KCON 2014. Yeah. We love you. Thank you.
See you at KCON. Thank you for tuning in.
Let's get our Hallyu on, babies.
Woo!
All right. Bye. 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 Bye.